Hello, I'm Jomika, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program 2. This is episode 7. And today, I think we're going to go and reuse the same rocket we used before. And we're going to put a probe around Minmus. Since that does have to be a probe, I know that they're going to want us to land on Minmus and probably explore a special place, kind of like this one. But we're just going to go do a rocket that we already have. We're not going to worry about building anything crazy and we're not going to try to get a Kerbal on Minmus just yet. And then maybe we can try to build something with a lander can that will get some people over to this rock. Maybe we'll do some planes. I don't know. Let's take a look. Do we have any plane stuff? We have light aviation. I feel like that'd take a while to get where we're going. We have some aerodynamics. We can do Mark II jets, but we'd have to definitely finish the other mission first, which we're gonna do anyways. So let's go ahead and hopefully load up our ship. I don't know if I saved it or if it auto-saved or what. We don't need the moon lander. YouTube, maybe. I guess it didn't save. Not that it didn't save, I just didn't save it. Again, I have a bad habit of not saving things. So why don't we, where it was the YouTube one. I guess just start with that. And this time we'll try to save it. So we need, was it, I always forget that there isn't the mission tracker thing in here. I always think there is, but there's not. Bob is here, is Bill here? So no, we lost Bill. Sorry, Bill. Mission control. I'm just looking, I don't know if I said it or not, but seeing if it needs an antenna. Orbit a probe with a communications antenna. Okay. So we'll make sure we add one. I mean, this can communicate without an antenna. It has an internal antenna, but we'll just go with this one. I mean, is there any big difference here? There's a huge difference. Electric charge. This uses less? How big is it? Let's see what it looks like. Alright. We'll use that. Not really what I planned on using. I was going to use this one, but this one uses less power. And transmission rate's faster. Not that I don't think that really matters. And the max range is much further. Does this one have science? I don't remember. Payload. No, not that. Science. Science Junior. Okay, so we got that. Does it have... It has solar. I think that's really all it needs. It has 2,700 meters per second. So if we could just get it into orbit, I think we'll be okay. And for now, actually, I won't complete that, just so when I forget something, we can add it. And moving is much easier without it. Let's try that. Will you be able to get into orbit? Swivel 6,600. I can close that. 1.3. So I think this is basically the setup we used before. It's been a little bit since I played last, so I think. Lots of thinking. We should be okay. So we'll go up with this. And hopefully we can just hit the check mark. No, of course not. This part confuses me a little bit. So if I do that, no. it just doesn't really give me a warning when I don't do things right. And it's like, nope, that's not right. So let's go bigger. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Plus, up, plus. Was that too narrow? No. Alright, that one's good. This time, we're going to save it as Minmus probe. Save. Workspace file name. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Do you want to overwrite? Yes, because it's the same thing, but more. And we'll try that. I'm hoping we're okay. I already hit spacebar once, but I guess you didn't get it. So let's go. See what happens. Speed up a little bit. And I don't want to turn while it's time warping, just because I don't know how that's going to turn out. So we'll go up and away, and we'll head to Minmus. Now, I don't know if we need to change the plane too much, but I think we'll just circularize first, since I didn't check the orbits. And I don't even know if it's more efficient to leave Kerbin and go direct. So yeah, I don't even worry about things. I just launch it, get into orbit, and then figure out how to get there. At least the things orbiting Kerbin, like the moon and Minmus. Things like Duna and everything else, I usually check the transfer window first, because you might be in orbit for a few months before you can go anywhere. So this rocket seems a lot more unstable. Is that even the correct term? Definitely wants to shoot up. And it's either from the antenna making things off-center from the mass, or it's from a bigger payload. At least the fairing, not the payload itself. So I don't know. I'm gonna guess the fairing being a little bit bigger than normal, which is because of the antenna. So we can blame the antenna. But we are almost to 70K. I really want to stop doing launches like this, at least on camera, because it's the same thing every single time. You launch a rocket, you get into orbit, you really only have to do it a few times, and then everything else is exactly the same. So you guys really don't need to see that over and over every single episode. But if you do want to see it, let me know in the comments. At least your thoughts either way. If I got like 10% of people saying they want to see it, and then the other 90% don't want to see it, but only the 10% say they do want to see it, then I'll probably show it. So make your voice heard. So 115. I guess we'll just go faster. And from here, just detach the fairing. We're going to point prograde. I do have solar panels on this one. It was the manned mission last time that we didn't have solar panels. And then I think the manned mission the time before that too, because I forgot both times. So we'll circularize there. 121 and 30, that's close enough. That's not a good orbit, but we'll just continue our burn, so I don't have to worry about it. And we're gonna set the target. And I don't remember where we want to start burning to get out to Minmus. I want to say it's about here. But let's wait on that one. Can I delete this from here? I guess not delete, but we can recycle. So let's go ahead and move forward a little bit. Oh, that's right. This one is extra heavy for this probe. Do I even have enough? 2,000. Yeah, I have enough to get into orbit. I should have plenty. Alright, so let's just go about here. Which way are we pointing right now? Well, I guess we have the swivel, so I'll just do that. And then once we get pointed in the right direction, I'll just go full burn. And we'll probably just do it close enough. So, close enough. Just go ahead and get rid of that. And we'll just keep an eye on here. Okay, just keep an eye on our fuel, I guess. And we'll just wait until we get to 70. There we go. We are in orbit. And what is this one? This one is not going to be the right time, but maybe over here could be correct. So 900 to get out to Minmus. Seems high, probably because of where we're going. Was there an encounter here? Almost. And how close is that? 1A, so we need to do our burn a little bit later. This is very hard to grab. We don't want to go out. So yeah, this is kind of the problem of having such an elliptical orbit. And we also should probably change our plane. So from here, we want to go down. Alright, that'll be close enough. 300. We're going to be cutting this close. But I think we'll still be okay. And then that'll be in 3 minutes. So why don't we just time warp over to there. That one's going to burn up, which it just did. I saw a little debris over there. So it'll be an 8-second burn. And then from there, yeah, I think we want to burn on this side. Wonder if I should bring down. I don't know what I want to do for that. I almost missed the little window. What are we at? 1.2. Good enough. And then this side is 124. So many numbers. I hope you guys are all following what I'm doing. Mainly just a bunch of maneuver nodes. Alright, so about to there. Yeah, we need to do it later. Which requires more delta V. Only a little bit extra though, not too much. And there's our encounter. So right around there. And if we focus, see where we're gonna hit. We'll just get it relatively close. If we take a look, 440. We got 18 minutes until our burn, so that is lots of time. 110. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to start out way wide? It doesn't matter. Where is, there it is. And what's this? 50, 59. We'll call that good. And from here, we'll just go ahead and focus back in. I don't remember how. Is it backspace? No. Is it tab? It's not space. It used to be backspace. Alright. I think it was backspace. Well, I can't see where I'm at. Maybe I'll just come out and back in. There we go. So we're gonna burn from right there. We need 923, so we'll have plenty of burn. Plenty of fuel. And nothing new in here, like always. We will get some new science when we get to Minmus. And now we'll burn. Is it burning? Oh yeah. Wrong one. Hopefully that didn't mess us up too much. I don't think it did. I guess if I want to correct it, I could go a little bit to the other side. But we'll see. Should be fine. Alright, so let's look here. Let's get rid of this. Focus. We are way up top. Let's point retrograde just to see if we can adjust it a tiny bit. Because I don't think I want to come up on the polar side. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But just for my own sake, in case I do want to land somewhere near the equator, or come back, or adjust the orbit. Oh wow. Okay, so let's do that over. Let's at the throttle. 1000 delta V. Not bad. Got plenty of delta V. Minmus, where'd you go? Here we go. Focus. Alright, we'll leave it. I think the little screw up was the normal, anti-normal. But I'm not going to worry about that because, again, we just need to get to Minmus. Yeah, 5.7, that's a lot. Lack of stellar exposure, that's okay. 3 days. So we'll just time warp a little bit. I could fix it from there, I guess, if I wanted, but vessel is out of communication range. I forgot to do something. I'm hoping it'll be okay from here. Yes, perfect. So we are good now. Hopefully. I cannot transmit any new science. I'm assuming that means we're in communication range again. Didn't say anything. Is there a place somewhere? I don't think so. Maybe something changed and I didn't see it, but I'm gonna hope that we have communication with the probe. Let's pause here. Not pause, just normal speed. We have 70 science to return, 60 units. So we could transmit that. Environmental samples, we cannot return that, so I'm not going to worry about that. I guess if we want to send something out to pick this probe up later, we could do that, but it seems silly. Why don't we just send some humans and bring them back? Alright, so that is 170 delta V, 23 second burn. We'll just fast forward to there. And then we're going to shoot retrograde. And then once that hits retrograde, we'll do our 23 second burn or so. What were we at? 185? So we'll bring that in lower. so we can get a close encounter and get some of that extra science from close up. Alright, so right about here, we'll just burn. You are coming around, so that's good. One thing I will do is increase our thrust. And 25? Is that what we want? About 19. So we're good there. We did get the mission. I saw that pop up. So let's go to mission control. We will submit that, not accept it. We will exit out of that because I don't care about the reading. And we have Little Chonker, land a vessel on Minmus with a current mass over 200 tons. Seems very heavy. Geostationary orbit, using a vehicle with a probe core, orbit Kerbin at an altitude of 2,863 kilometers and an orbit speed of 1,10. I can't read. And Minmus Monument. Find the source of mysterious signal. Could we do that? Vehicle tracking station, not the VAB. We will focus. And we could do it, but we'd probably have to wait for a few orbits around. So what I'm gonna do is control this. And I think we're just gonna wait. What is this? Oh, that's just our orbit, I guess. I thought maybe it was communication, but I don't know. So if we... I think we're gonna have to reload because we can't set any nodes or anything. Oh wait, can we now? 36 minutes, 2 hours. So let's come over here. So I had it paused. You can't do a lot of things when it's paused. I found a little bug earlier where if you have the game paused and then you go into the mission control, it will just sit on the loading screen forever and you can't really do anything. So I was gonna report that, but I didn't remember my password and I got locked out of my account for 15 minutes, so I'll try that again later. I'm looking for new science, and from here, that's kind of a cool picture. Is it F2? Yes, F2. We got Minmus here, we got the moon in the background. I remember this being more blue in Kerbal Space Program 1. So let's go ahead and time warp to here. There's our extra science. Perform experiments. I guess it was close to, yeah, Minmus low orbit. So we'll send that back also. 80 more samples, or science for samples, but we can't send that back. And let's take another little screenshot here. And I think I'm gonna leave you guys with the picture of Minmus and Kerbin in the background because I've run out of time for today. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.